light workers. This is Mehe over here at Sacred Kernel, and I'm trying out a little bit of a new setup. So please let me know in the comments or with the like button if you like it, or if you prefer the other setup. Okay. Spirit, please can we get some Next 72 messages? Day 1, day 2, day 3 for light workers. Next 72 light workers. Thank you so much, Spirit, for these messages coming through. Jumping out already. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit. Next 72. Next 72 for Lightworker Spirit. I'm really feeling this kind of like, I'm getting into the energy already, before I even feel the cards and see them. It's like, it's kind of dreamy. It's kind of a very dreamy energy, Lightworker Collective. I have these cards here. It's like something to look out for the day. Oracle cards, advice from Spirit, something to keep in the back of your mind. Tarot cards being the just the general tone of the day, and then these plain cards here, they are representative of something just to keep in mind, or sorry, just to look out for the day. This is so different because I actually just got done doing the fire signs reading, and that was just so high energy, that to go, I don't know, this just feels a little bit different. All right, so let's get right into it. Day 1. Oh, we have explore your options. It's a time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Okay, so I know you can't really see this too well, sorry if you can't, but the imagery on this card is one of a child. So I'm really sensing, this inner child energy. It feels like your inner child feels happy right now. They feel like you've acknowledged them recently, and so they're feeling a lot safer and playful with you. The card depicts this child kind of like moving towards the sea turtle, who looks very calm, nonplussed, just completely nonplussed that this child is coming straight for him and really only a few inches away. It says it's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Really what I'm sensing from this energy is that it's time for you to play with your inner child. And if you're a more mature light worker, you're a more mature individual, and you're feeling like, I don't want to play, what is that? I don't play, like that anymore. It really could be something just like when you take a walk, or when you sit and meditate, or if you journal or something like that, just kind of like waxing a little whimsical, maybe if you like to read, pick up an old copy of, the complete works of Edward Lear and walk through some of those limericks and stuff, just relax a little bit, And if you're a little bit more of a youthful light worker, that kind of energy, then you might enjoy, I don't know, just taking a walk through the mall and kind of like looking at the different toys that people have out for getting ready for Christmas and things like that, because at this point in time, my period of time right now, I'm making this video, is it's in November, which means that we're already seeing all kinds of Christmas things up. So by the time that you're watching this video, it might be something else. It might be, Easter, and they're like looking at chocolate bunnies and stuff like that, or whatever, what have you. But the idea is now is an excellent opportunity, so Spirit, to pivot your goals, like really kind of imagine, learn those words together, where, you know, just ask your inner child, where do you see yourself? Like, what would be like really cool to be when we grow up, you know, because I'm grown up now, I can do it. Like, what do you think, right? Just get your inner child's input, so you can kind of, you know, like I said before, pivot and adjust those goals to match like your true heart's desires. That's only going to help you ascend further. Okay, tone of the day. Okay, so 4 Pentacles, and then we have the inverted 6 of Pentacles. Heavy earth energy here, big earth energy for sure. I vibe that as an earth sign myself. It seems like the tone of the day is you need to be open and receptive to other viewpoints, okay? Yes, you have done a lot of work, shadow work on yourself to know yourself. Yes, you know, you like the idea, you can totally vibe with the idea of, you know, getting back in touch with your inner child, because who doesn't, right? But just don't be so stubborn that you don't see when people are giving you constructive advice, right? Everybody, at least the way I see it, is like it's important to take in like as many viewpoints as possible, right? How can that hurt you? Because you might trigger an epiphany or have an idea, or just, you know, have your eyes opened or connect a concept that you wouldn't have thought of on your own, in your own little vacuum, in your own bubble. But, you know, as with all things, you have to use your own discernment. So if you know that you're really good at compartmentalizing or, you know, processing data, then your filter, you know, can be quite large. Your funnel can be quite large, and you can accept a lot of different viewpoints because you're confident in your abilities, you're efficient at discerning what resonates and what doesn't. If maybe you're learning how to do that, you're learning how to really fine-tune your personal set of filters for what your tolerance level, your level of acceptance for different things is, then you want to start off with a smaller view. Maybe like only gain input from people that are kind of, sort of, you know, gonna agree with you. And if you feel like you can handle it, then branch out to people who you know are probably going to disagree with you, and hear those viewpoints. I really think it's important for everyone to kind of hone those skills. I mean, it's only going to make you stronger, right? Who wouldn't want to be, you know, more multifaceted, better equipped to handle a variety of situations? Okay, so we have the 3 of Hearts, we have the 7 of Hearts, and then we have the King of Clubs. Okay, so the King of Clubs, this is kind of like a masculine energy, kind of an older masculine energy, someone with darker hair, but it could be, you know, someone with graying hair as well. But I'm imagining like a really respectable, you know, strong, balanced, you know, kind of more masculine voice. So it could be an uncle or an advisor or a father figure, grandfather figure, someone who's like, you know, who has presence, right? So maybe someone who garners respect. Something tells me that you, with the 3 of Hearts and the 7 of Hearts, for them being heart cards, these are not the happiest ones. You can imagine like the 7s, it's like you see the clump, and then you see the 2 that are separate here. And then the 3, this card is kind of like being tender in love, like being cautious, right? feeling like if you don't try, then you've already sealed your fate, but also just acknowledging that not everything is always as it seems right up front, so it's important to kind of like keep a good handle on your expectations of things. It just seems like you may have hopes for assistance or advice or guidance from this individual, but they may just have like other things going on, a lot of distractions. They may just like not really be able to come through in the way that you had originally hoped for them to be. But you know, just stay grounded. You know, like make sure to keep a little bit of a sense of humor with things. It's important to be able to take constructive criticism well, and you will know if you stay grounded in yourself. Really, I'm kind of feeling like take a walk, touch a tree, touch some grass, you know. It's gonna make it easier to discern what is constructive criticism and what is maybe someone's opinion that is colored by maybe their own, just their own view, which again is not your view, right? You as a light worker are connected to spirit, so really your opinion is the one that you need to go off of. So I think that would help you kind of just acknowledging that, remembering that would help you stay out of your head when you know you might have a little bit of a disappointment on this day. Just check the ego. How about that? Let's put it that way. All right, day 2, self-forgiveness. Okay, all right. So self-forgiveness, this is the card where we have, she's very introspective, this energy is very introspective. She's sitting there, she's kind of like combing her hair. I imagine her like just kind of going over, you know, the recent events that are weighing heavy on their energy. This is acknowledging where certain situations could have been handled better, you know, more in keeping with the light, right? But we're human, aren't we? You know, we're spiritual beings, but we're also human vessels at the end of the day. It's important to connect with your inner child, to remember that our lives are short, and so just forgive yourself, right? Like, what good does it do to keep dwelling on the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of yesterday, of, you know, the past? Not necessarily literally yesterday, but just of the past. What good does that do, right? It's important to process it so you can maybe like squeeze the lesson out of it, put it in your pocket, and step into tomorrow. But to hold on to it, don't be doing that. You're going to hold yourself back. Let it all just kind of wash away. Just comb all that out of your hair. She's combing her hair out. Just comb all that out of your hair so you can step into the new day with just fresh, you know, wiser, stronger, and more capable of loving, right? Because if you love yourself, then you know how to give love to others. And if you don't know how to love yourself, then you're only going to be giving, like, you know, that same quality of love to someone else. It's going to be just ever so slightly off because you don't quite have it right. And it's a lifelong process, this whole thing. So that's why, right, self-forgiveness is what's important. Okay, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is this is you acknowledging, really acknowledging some of your shortcomings, I feel. That, that's a really nice energy too, because it's a lot like, how are you going to rise from the ashes if you don't really break things down and see? You have to be able to first acknowledge where the weak points are before you can, make a plan to make them stronger. This Page of Cups is about being emotionally vulnerable here. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse is you not quite being in this upright Queen of Pentacles energy. This is you being humbled, You absolutely have the potential to be this. You're so close to being this, but you're still working on it. And that's wonderful, right? Because you're working on it. That's how I feel about it. You can't be a queen. You can't be a queen walking around. You can't call yourself a queen unless you're able to acknowledge the weak points in the structure, okay? Otherwise, you're just like one of those, narcissistic tyrants, right? You're just like, oh, you can't hear anyone else's opinion but your own, Like, anything that's not what you say is just, it doesn't jive. Like, no, if you're going to be an effective leader, you need to be able to tap in, right? You need to be able to acknowledge how you can adjust things and make them better for the future, make a better plan for it. Otherwise, just the kingdom will fall. A leader needs to be able to be strong. So, here you are in this energy. I'm really wishing you a lot of strength. It's really us, huh? See how that goes on day 2. All right, what to look out for. Okay. All right. We can pull it back a little bit here. The Ace of Hearts, a new relationship. All right, Jack of Clubs here, a friend. Someone's coming into the rescue. You're standing here being vulnerable. Acknowledging what you need to do, the work, the shadow work. And here you don't have to do it alone, like you may have had to do in the past, where you're standing there like, here I am, halfway kneeling, but you're like, you got your bootstraps, you're like, they're a little bit weary, worn down, but you're like, how to pull yourself back up by those bootstraps. And you had to do it time and time again by yourself, but you don't have to do it. You can see that you have an ally. You have allies out there. This situation is not the same as a previous situation, that's weighing on you. This 5 of Clubs, let me get everybody in the right order over here. The 5 of Clubs here this is confirmation that it's not just one, okay? You actually have a group of people that are supporting you in your endeavor. They can acknowledge, they can see your vulnerability and how beautiful that is. Look at all the stars on this card. They see your authenticity, and so that is what's gonna help propel you, right? People are gonna look at you and they're gonna say, oh, I feel something here, like I can connect with this energy. And even though there may be some naysayers, there may be some individuals that are not happy to watch you love yourself and forgive yourself, and they feel like, that you should be on their level, where it's like you're not making it, you're not going to be able to, break free from that. They might be feeling that way, but if you, stay in tune with your connection to spirit, you're going to know in your gut how to rise to the occasion and focus on the positive energy and focus on the support that's around you, and that's going to help propel you forward into the next day. Help you get over this. It feels like a complicated situation. All right, day 3. Ready, set, go. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge that all 3 of these cards are blue. So I'm really sensing a strong like throat chakra energy. This one is like a true blue, and these ones are a little bit more on the greeny blue side. So I also am feeling some of that like heart chakra engagement. But definitely it's like you using your voice. You using your voice to express your vulnerabilities, right? Don't shy away from that, because the more you lean into that energy, the more you can, the higher quality lesson you can squeeze out of this experience. Ready, set, go. This card, this one actually came up in the fire sign reading I just did. But this figure, right, this energy, you can't really see it, but like their hair is completely like just slicked back wet, and they're riding a killer whale. They're riding an orca, and the orca's already already nose into the water, like she's about to get another big old splash of water all over her face, but she's smiling, okay? She's ready for just come what may, because she knows in her heart of hearts that this is what she's enjoying doing. There's some color in the clouds that kind of makes me feel like, just like a wonderful early afternoon on the lake or on the river, like that kind of like happy, carefree energy. This is you taking that new leap of faith and just really like acknowledging that, yeah, I may get a bunch of water up my nose, but I'm ready for that, because I'm having, like, it feels right. Like, this feels fun to me. Like, I'm ready to step into this new adventure. And you're riding that killer whale, that orca whale. But I should probably read it. It says, now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. All right, absolutely. Self-forgiveness said, let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child, right? Self-forgiveness. Okay, tone of the day for day 3. We have the star, right? And then we have the 4 of cups in reverse. Okay, 4 cups in reverse and the star. You did it. You passed the test. I don't know how else to put it. You passed the test. You acknowledge your own power. You acknowledge the lesson in the situation, okay? You're not wishing for anything else. You're not distracted by anything else. You've been able to tap in and assess the situation and keep the faith, right? Whose opinion, right? Whose opinion matters? It's like you being so confident in your power and understanding your connection, your intuition, your perspective so clearly that it's like I feel you leveled up. I feel you leveling up in this moment. I feel you transitioning into that, because it's like the difference between saying like, just having the confidence to have it, of being like, I don't need this, I want this, knowing that there's nothing in the world that you need, right? I mean, I guess aside from like water and food and sleep and that kind of stuff, but it's like there's nothing that you can't do with the assistance of spirit and your own damn self, right? You're the star, okay? You have the capability to get out of your ego, right? Listen to what the world has to say, process it, what feels right, what doesn't feel right, get in tune with your emotions, okay? And kind of separate what the wheat from the chaff. Like you're able to kind of discern that. And I don't know, I'm just so proud of you. Proud of us. Let's we'll do it. Okay. The Ace of Spades. Okay. I wish that this could be like a total happy ending. But this Ace of Spades card is kind of like something about this experience is not going to be the same as it was a few days ago. Okay? This is going to be a shift. And whenever there's a shift like this, it's like there's always going to be a lot of disappointment that comes with it. The good news is you have this 5 of clubs, you have the 6 of clubs, and you have the King of Hearts. You're going to have some assistance, you're going to have some friends, but there's going to be a price for it. Okay? I don't really know how else to put it like that. It feels like maybe you might in separating the wheat from the chaff, you might discover some things about some people that you thought were on your side that, surprise you in an unpleasant way. But it's like that's part of acknowledging your power. That's part of acknowledging the strength of your intuition, is that not everyone can come with you. Not everyone is going to understand. Not everyone is going to be on the same vibe, on the same frequency as you are. And that's okay. There's so many people in this world that it's important to really to find your tribe and to fill your tribe with not just like yes men, but people that actually like that care but are able to provide an alternate perspective on what you're doing, because that's going to help you grow. And because you're a light worker, use your discernment and pick someone who you can actually like help them grow too. Have it be a synergistic partnership. That is, I think that's also too connected to you tapping into your inner child, finishing that healing and that shadow work, because life is too short to not have fun, right? There's all these people in the world. You could have a partnership with anyone. You're a healer. But make sure that you are confident in yourself, that you're tapped into what you enjoy, what makes you happy, your passions, so that you can properly identify who is worthy to be in the posse, to be a part of the group when you make it to the top, when you can say, oh, I knew this person way back when, and, they always supported me. That's why they're, we all rose together, and you help them, with their empire, and they help you with your empire. And I'm not just talking about like romantic partnerships. I'm absolutely talking about, friendships and business partnerships. Even if you're not in business with a friend, you can still be like, oh, I see you, you're on your game in your field, like just that kind of stuff, like just being supportive for that person that you care about, and inspiring them. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, in like my generation too, that have friends that are just kind of like, since they don't know what they want to do with their life, or they're feeling like, I don't want to settle down, I want to focus on my career. So, they inadvertently give bad advice because They don't want to lose their friend because they don't know when they're going to be ready, and they're, you know, in their own head about it. They give the advice of like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to, like, this ain't the one, like, you know, they mean well in a way because they care for you. But at the end of the day, it's like they're being selfish, and you have to be able to discern, hey, look, I can tell that you actually care about me, but this advice that you're giving me is not what rings true. It's just about being tuned in with spirit. So Lightworkers, beloved Lightworker Collective, I hope that you found this helpful. Again, please let me know if you enjoyed the new format or if you like the old format. I definitely feel like my vibe was a little bit different this time, but you know, that's okay. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and bye.